Hello everyone, welcome to MagicGatheringStrat. I'm Binkabi, and this will be a brief deck tech of a new deck I've been tweaking upon. Round 4 is about to start, or round 4, my 4th match is about to start. Or whatever number it is. One of my matches is about to start. But we will have time to go through this. So, the thing was, I was considering Monster Mentor, Delver Secrets, Young Pyromancer, you know, some of the most potent early threats you can be using. And cards like Monster Mentor and Young Pyromancer are all stars in Vintage. Because Vintage cards are so good, they bring out the best of every other card, obviously. You can play like a turn 1 Mentor, drop 2000 Moxes and Gush and Force of Wills and what have you, and basically win turn 2 or whatever with your tokens. Same with Pyromancers and Delvers. In Modern and Standard that's not the case. For Monster Mentor, the other ones probably not being played that much because they're not legal anymore. But in Standard you have like Stoke the Flames and stuff like that to take advantage. But in Modern we're not using that. So if we can't have the spells that trigger prowess and pyromancers and stuff, if they can't be cheap or free, I was thinking maybe we can make the creatures free and pay for the spells, you know. So a discussion about Jeskai Vial occurred once again. People thought it would be broken in Modern, it should be banned pre-handed and what have you. But it didn't, and it hasn't been doing that much work. But I thought if you combine those things, maybe you have something going. So the bulk of the deck is 4 Delvers, 4 Young Pyromancers, 4 Monster Mentors. That goes together with Jeskai Vial. So you can play this out at instant speed, dodging counters. So you're forcing your opponent to do stuff. When they're doing stuff, you flash those in, kill with Lightning Helix, Lightning Bolt, Electrolyze, what have you, and untap and attack for a bunch of damage. And with all the burn, you can easily reach them and get them to 0 without the creatures, if they happen to die. I've also stuffed in 2 Boar Charms, not only because it's a very efficient burn spell, but also because of the indestructible. Even if, let's say, you end of turn, flash in a Mentor and Lightning Helix them or whatever, maybe Lightning Helix and Bolt, dropping them down to like 10. Then you attack for, I don't know, 6 or something. So they're down to, maybe not 6, but let's say they're at 5-6 life. They get to untap and play something like Damnation, Supreme Verdict. Then Boar Charm just seals the game, like no other spell does. And it's always 4 point to the face. It's almost always good. 2 Snapcaster Mages. I don't think you can fit more in here. They're very good, so maybe. A few Electrolyzes. Remands as the counterspell of choice. 2 Spell Snares because they're awesome and deals with pesky cards like Tarmogoyf and stuff. We have 2 one-offs as well. We have an Is It Charm. I like it. Smoothens the draws, alternate counterspell, creature removal. I mean, it does what it has to do. And 1 emerge unscathed. Protection with rebound. Rebound is sweet, and I was looking to maybe fit more in here. We'll see about that. Mana based are pretty straightforward. A bunch of fetch lands, some shock lands, and 2 basics, on island and a mountain. The reason for the mountain is that we're not playing that much white, so we're probably never. I can't see a reason to fetch a single white source, where I can see fetching a red source because we need multiple reds on turns, and blue because we have so many early spells. I mean, the whole deck is early, but I've elected to play 4 Colonnades as well in my 18 land base, which could screw it up sometimes, but I think the reach from those are pretty good as well. So maybe they should be there, maybe not. For the sideboard, it's pretty ambitious, let's just say that. We have some cards is fine. 2 spell sketches I think we have to have against hexproof and what have you. Heavy removal decks. 2 wear terror, they're just awesome, especially with Snapcaster Mage. Dealing with everything from affinity to Leyline of Sanctity, you know everything. Then we have 2 counterflux, probably the best spell for this deck in the board, because you can get the tempo up so fast, and when they have tried to assemble a hand that can fight your counter spells, you drop this and they just lose. They can't do anything about it. 4 core Firewalkers for the mono red matchup. It's pretty common online to see that deck, so I think 4 core Firewalkers is more than justified. And with Edible you can get them out pretty cheap too. 2 paths for the bigger creature decks, and a Dismember as well. So this is the cards I'm pretty happy with. These are the go big cards. Keranos is probably fine, you can even vial him out if you want to. But Sphinx's Revelation did not work out as well as I thought it would, so that could be something else. Feel free to suggest what it could be, but it's way too expensive for the deck. I was thinking, you're flooding out and you're drawing a bunch of extra cards and boom, you're winning with the burn, but I don't think it will work out that way. Maybe it should be a Batterskull, maybe it should be Blood Moons. This deck can operate very well on just mountains and a single island. We could easily cut some of the white spells. We could leave the Mentors in due to Edvile. I could also see changing a few colonnades to a plains and something else to support Blood Moon, but I don't have any Blood Moons, so that's the deck. Let's run it through a few matches and see how it goes. Of course, I've already played a few of the matches, but since it's the deck you should actually see it first. So in your world, you're about to experience probably 4 matches of awesomeness. So let's get over there, shall we?